For years, groups of people existed in their own separate territories without influence from any outside sources. All of this really came to an end during the age of exploration. Along with the trading of goods and services, culture spread as well. This spreading and mixing of cultures can be seen even today in present America and all over the world. America is a prime example of how cultures are spread and certain practices can be adopted. For example, fireworks originated in China. The tradition of eyebrow threading originated in ancient Persia. Even the idea of body modifications like stretched earlobes or tattoos originated in Africa, Southeast Asia, and even the idea of democracy originated in ancient Greece. But even with America's rich diversity of cultures, there are still examples of suppression of that culture that have left their mark on present-day America. Of course, the most famous in America, the Civil Rights Act, where mainly Black Americans were treated unjustly, where they were made to drink in separate water fountains, sit in the back of the bus, etc., etc. Definitely more popular in present day, currently right now, is there are mainly Mexican children in cages at the border between Mexico and America. This is actually a drawing that one of the children made after they were taken out of the cages. This is what he has depicted his experience in the cages as. As you can see, all the people that he has drawn are not happy. They have sad faces. One very extreme example that happened in 2018. This is a flyer that was sent out and put in the mailboxes of people in the United Kingdom. It says, "Punish a Muslim Day." And it's a very extreme example of intolerance all throughout America and Europe. There are categories that people would engage in for points. For 10 points, it says to verbally abuse a Muslim. For 25 points, you pull the headscarf off of a Muslim woman. And the category that's worth the most points says torture a Muslim using electrocution, skinning, use of a rack. Now, granted, this is an extreme example, but this just goes to show that even in today, there are people who are still very intolerant of other cultures, just even like other than their own. So, yeah, globalization has allowed for the exposure of many different cultures, where, you know, America has adopted cultures like eyebrow threading and using fireworks. It also has led to the intolerance of other cultures, like Muslims, the Mexican culture. You see a lot of people engaging in activities on Cinco de Mayo, but they are very for Trump's wall at the border. So yeah, globalization has given us some really good things, but also some really bad things.